Hey guys, um, today's Friday and it's raining and freezing to death again. Uh, I just noticed something. Well, I noticed it yesterday actually, and I thought it was like a glare from the blinds, um, shining on the TV, and it's weird because it looks like two candle flames. I'm gonna show you what I just see. Um, it looks like two. I still don't know how to turn this around this way, but
So April, how do you like your new spot?
it looks like two flames from a distance, right? And I had this candle under here, and it's pretty far under, and I thought it was under, and it was so little. Can you see? Hold on. Where am I? There I am. Okay. It's so little, but then I looked closer, and like, look, it burned the whole thing right here. It was literally setting the TV on fire. May she or he. Thank God I noticed that because it's so far under the TV that I didn't. What? How could that possibly have done that? And then I just think it's strange that it did that to make like a flame. My mother is gonna kill me if she sees that because she's always like, stop with the candles, the cats are gonna knock them down, or million reasons where she's like, always stop with the candles, you're gonna burn the house down and this and that. And I'm just like, no. And she just got that TV for Christmas, and I cannot believe it did that. I'm looking at it from this distance. It's like this much space, and it's just a tiny thin thing that was underneath of it. Like, how did it even get that hot? It's like a teeny relaxation candle, and it's so far under it. That's so weird. Oh, man. Alright. There not I didn't not too much got done today. I did not feel good. Something was wrong, so I didn't do much today. Did like responded to a lot of emails, did things online, on a couple phone calls, stuff like that. Um, and then, I'm a little confused about the Camp Lejeune stuff because Don was saying, that he had already done the Camp Lejeune lawsuit and everything before he passed away in January. And he was always talking about how he did that the past year, and he kept saying, you should do it, you should do it. And I kept writing down the lawyers' names, and I was just like, why? And he's just like, because you're married to me, you're my wife and stuff, you do it too. And I guess it's because he put the lawsuit in his daughter's name. Little Bear, no, no, no. Don't go in further. Come out, buddy. Yeah, I don't want you out. Um, and he was just, I guess because he put it in other people's names so it wouldn't come back in his name, maybe the only thing I could think of was tax purposes. Um, IRS maybe, I don't know. But so he did that. So it makes sense to me now, I think. I don't know all the legal stuff and loopholes and tricks that you guys all do, like the way the world works. But I thought that that's the reason why he was saying that the whole time. But it never got done because he was never presenting me with any of the information. Like when you're calling, they want to know the social, the information, the year you were there, the year you left, what you were, station, your rank number, this. He never was giving me any of that information. I only have that now because when he passed away, I found the copies that he used for his suit, I guess, in the filing cabinet. So, but I have called 3 different people, and they're saying no. They all were like no, basically, because there is already a suit. And I don't know if they understand. they all seemed to think that I was trying to do it because he passed, and maybe that's something, but I was just trying to do it because of what everyone says, it's if you know someone or a loved one was in the blah blah blah, you can, what all the commercials say. So then that's why I thought it could be a separate thing, and that's what he was saying to do. So I'm gonna try one more time because a commercial came up again today that I heard. So I came in to write the number down, but they didn't even put the number on the commercial, and it's like call now, call now. So I was just like, well, that's weird. So I guess I gotta Google it. I wrote it down, and then the cutoff is August. So I was just like, I'll just give it one more shot and try to explain that I'm not saying that it's like, I think the cancer and all that was related, but that's not why I'm doing it. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but so I'm going to try that, and then we do the medical records for Teresa on Sunday. And then today, I just felt really down today. Sometimes it scares me when I get that way because I don't know if it's just like I'm just down and exhausted and beat, or if it's like a bipolar thing when you crash and then you're just down for, it could be weeks, days, minutes. But I think it might be because Mother's Day is this weekend, and he always did something to do for Vanna for me, usually something else. I remember Amber gave me a flower like 2 years ago, and it was the sweetest thing because he hadn't gotten me flowers in years and years, so I didn't see a flower for a long time. I just thought it was the best thing in the world. So that was nice because sometimes he would forget too, and then it's just like sad on Mother's Day. But either way, it's just reminding me of him, and I don't like to think about it because then I start crying, and then people at school, I got there early today, so a couple of the mothers that usually get there early and then they leave, so I don't see them too often. I'm not late, but they get there real early as soon as the kids come out, so their kids are the first few kids to come out actually of the whole school. So we were standing there waiting, and they were asking me about Don, and the one didn't even know, so it's hard to talk about it. Everyone just keeps saying, how are you doing? And you put on a smile and a brave face, and you're like, yeah. And I've been doing that for a few months now, but because I'm not doing good with anything, I know I'm doing good and I'm trying, and everybody, you guys comment and support me and say amazing things, and I know I'm doing my best and it's good, but with nothing just working out, you feel down. And you just feel like more could or should be done by now. Not be back at square one. So it's hard to talk about it right now when people ask, because then it's just like, are you okay? How are you doing? And it's kind of like, no, I can't be prideful, I guess. I'm not sure. Little Bear's the baby boy. This is my little bear. He's bobcat ears. He does. Bobcat ears, bobcat ears. I thought I had a couple things to talk about today. I was like, yeah, because not much happened, but I did have a couple like random things I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to think about what I seen today and stuff like that. But um, yeah, I went through all my emails and just like spam loan stuff, I guess, and credit cards, and it's like you already tried to apply and it denied you. So why do they keep sending you the same things over and over again? I had to cancel my doctor's appointment today because I can't pay the $100 a month anymore. I'm gonna call Regina and just explain to her because I love her so much and I don't want her to think that, I'm just leaving. I'll be back again. I really love her. She was pretty much all I had to talk to for years and years, for once a month. So she's really good doctor and really, really good person and mom and friend. So I know she knows that I wouldn't just disappear, not be there to get my medicine because I'm sick or anything like that. I'm sure she knows it's because of the financial issues. Because she knew the whole story. She knew everything. Um, she was pretty much always saying to leave and stuff, and she also knew that I couldn't though, and my mental state and stuff. So she was just always very supportive. Um, but I have to go to a different doctor that my mom made the appointment for free that took my insurance a couple days ago. I think I mentioned that when the day we went to get my blood work done, which I can't even get the lab results for that. I guess she probably has them on her computer, so I guess wherever I'm going, they should be able to bring it up too, hopefully, since it was done there. Um, but apparently you're supposed to go into the portal or they email you the results, and I gave them my email and we asked them to do that, but all I got was a couple emails from LabCorp, and I was like, shoot, we went to LabCorp and they wouldn't do it because of this past bill that I do not owe, that Amber figured out a year ago and was on the phone for hours and hours and hours, and they took it off, or were supposed to, and we thought that was done. No, it's back on. So we went to this place where my mom went to her appointment, and then we got the blood taken there, and I started thinking, I was like, well, maybe they sent it out to LabCorp. Maybe that's who they use. So either it didn't get done, or because the emails I'm getting is LabCorp saying you have blood um, labs to get done. So make an appointment. And if you already made an appointment, disregard this message. And I'm like, what? What? So it makes no sense to me right now. I don't know if it was even done or not, which sucks because with the severe anemia, when I was a surrogate for my best friend Amber, I had to have all those blood transfusions and pretty much flatlined because of that. And they said that that was not pregnancy related, the anemia, and then they were pretty much saying it's that, or usually something that severe, it's a type of cancer. So I was supposed to go see a hematologist, but everything got so hectic after, and we tried to do the hematologist, and then I was like traumatized, scared to move about it all, and the hematologist wouldn't take my insurance. So then me and Amber both ended up calling the insurance and saying, well, who does help us find a hematologist, because we were going hard on them because we were threatening a lawsuit, which I'm still trying to do. I did call, and nobody's called me back for that. 2 different lawyers. So I'm going to call again. That needs to be done because whatever lawyer will take this, it's golden. Christiana has almost killed me in severe malpractice ways 2 times. And they've messed up really bad with the births afterwards 2 times. It's wild stuff. So, I mean, this is something somebody should be taking if they would just pay attention and look at the details. So I'm worried because when I get really pale and stuff and I feel shaky and sick and faint, like that was what I felt like, and that's what was causing that, was the blood being so low. So I need the blood results to know stuff. Um, so yeah, nothing ever got done. They didn't help. They didn't call anybody. The ones that they gave us, I mean, one they gave me a number for it. They weren't even there anymore. It was a wrong number. It's like, okay, thanks. So gotta do that. These like laws are getting out of control. I seen a woman say that she I thought this stuff was just starting, this abortion stuff. I remember hearing it back, but time goes slow for me in my mind. Like 2 years will pass and I'll still think it was like a couple months ago. So this abortion stuff, it's a touchy subject because I think that a woman has a right to her own body no matter what. I do know that there's people that take advantage of that, when they're just being irresponsible or, things like that and abusing abortion and stuff. But then, there is people that have serious reasons of why they need it done. And that could be a million things, awful things. And this woman she got pregnant after desperately trying to get pregnant, wanting a child for years. But then she found out the fetus had a fatal genetic disease and wouldn't live. So she had to flee the state of Texas to get it treated. And it's like, that's awful. And I was like, so they really did pass the laws in some states that, and I just don't even understand like how that even happened after that whole deal for years of women's rights and hashtag me too and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like our rights are major rights are just suddenly being taken away again. And it's like, what? How did that flip flop that quickly and that severe? It's like, it is Trump. I don't understand what's going on with that man lately. I think he is bipolar. A lot of the things he does remind me of that Kanye West guy, and it's just like, it's America, you know? It's just the way things are. And that crazy shit has only made him more popular. It's just like just random things like how lawyers, a lawyer will be more famous and get more publicity if he wins a case and gets someone off for murder rather than a lawyer that does his job and gets somebody convicted for murder. Then it's just like, oh, you're forgotten. But it's people in America feed on this kind of drama and stuff like that, and it's just gotten way worse over the past few decades. I guess it's just juicy, juicy details. Um, I see. This is how I've been all day. I just feel like blank and like I can't think and nothing's going on. And I did think about it earlier, and I was like, um, just needed a moment to think. And Vienna was arguing with me this morning, and I wanted her to stay in after school today because I just wanted to spend more time with her. She's been going out playing on the porch with the other kids because they live right there, so their moms are out there and they're all playing together every day. And she's been real mouthy the past couple of days. Like, we were arguing before she left school because she was talking back to me and very disrespectful. And I was just like, you are not to yell at me like that. She's like, if I don't have to, I don't have to. And I was like, oh, yes, you do. If I'm telling you no or that you have to do something, you have to, Missy. Smart Alec. And I was just like, it just made me think, because you know how we were just talking about Gypsy Rose? It was like, it's that mother thing where you want your babies to stay babies as long as you possibly can, especially, you know, your little girls. So just having watched that, it's like she had a 20-year-old still acting like a 7-year-old and cute and cuddly, because that's what I was thinking this morning. I was like, usually it's me and you curled up, cuddly, sweet talking each other and just happy every day, and then now you're screaming in my face like a teenager overnight. I'm like, you know, it's not gonna happen that fast. And then it made me think of her for that reason, and I was like, that's probably why she was so scared when she was starting to lose control and kept her away from friends and people, because then it's different influences that, you know, make a child start to change and think different and act up. And I was just like, you don't take it that far. Obviously, there was something wrong with her, but I was like, we all kind of have that in us where it's like we want to baby them and keep them little babies as long as we can. From who?
Is she left for here? And I gotta keep it now? It's your mom.
Madison?
No, that like emo guy.
The emo one?
Yeah.
All
She
right.
always wear that.
I know who you're talking about. He was just playing on the porch. Where,
She left for here?
is it still raining?
No.
Good. I just made her rigatonis and meat sauce for dinner. And that was sad because that's all Don ever ate. For years and years, it was like rigatonis and sauce, and then it was always the meat sauce where you grill up the hamburger and throw it in with the rigatonis. And I was like, for years, I was like, how do you not get sick of it, you know? But that's what he ate all the time. So she was sad yesterday about her daddy, and she was like, can you make me, and she was trying to say it but she couldn't, and then she was drawing me a picture, and I was like, oh, the pierogies, and she was like, no, what me and daddy would eat. And I was like, yeah, the pierogies. And then she drew, and I was just thinking for a minute, I was like, oh, you're talking about rigatonis. She just ate rigatonis that mama made her. Such a good little girl. She gave me a potted flower yesterday. I thought that was pretty cool. She got it from school. I guess it was just the kindergarteners, but I'm surprised they did that. But it's a potted plant with a yellow flower in it, and then she drew a yellow daisy, and then they printed out a picture of her face and put it on the flower on a stick in the potted flower. It was a yellow flower. So I'll plant that in the middle of the little ones that I said I planted that the neighbor gave me. That is so cute. Beautiful long hair. Oh, here comes Jealous. She's got him. He's jealous. He's a jealous boy.
You got it.
I was looking at the bank account, and when I called Xfinity a couple of days ago, it was because they were taking the $60-something out of that account. I was like, no, you can't take the money out of the account. I took that off. So I already said all that, but he said that they were going to refund that and put it back. And they still haven't, and there's nothing pending. So I'm like, oh, please don't tell me I'm going to have to call them again. Be transferred 4 times, hour-long phone call. I'm so sick of it. So I'm just giving it another day, and I hope it comes up pending or something, because I'm just so sick of Comcast. The baby bear, baby bear. cat, but he's a bear boy. He looked like a black bear cub when he was a kitten.
Because she's
did.
a cat and she had finger.
That's the kittens we have. They are Siamese and Bengal, so they're two very special rare cats. And they weren't supposed to, but they because we were going to get Snow White fixed, and that was in December, but we were going to wait until after Christmas to do it because we got Little Bear fixed, and it didn't happen. So her and the Bengal mated. My bobcat boy.
Finger. She have got her ears. Finger ears.
Not Bengal, bobcat.
Bobcat ears. She have bobcat.
The other one's the Bengal, and then you know Snow White is Siamese. Siamese, if we please.
Mommy, look.
So they're getting big. They're about 2 weeks old, or three weeks old, I think now. I'd have to look at the calendar, but we're gotta rehome them soon, or they're gonna be running wild in this house. I didn't expect her to have so many, but she had 6.
Mommy, can she keep one?
No.
You play that room.
We already have Bengal boy, honey.
What's I mean?
We already have a Siamese one.
Mommy, no, God. What they get like? When we get into a teenager, they look so cute when they're teenagers.
They do look cute when they're
Mama,
teenagers.
give me one.
All right, shush.
I'll give you one.
No. Did you? I just need a minute to like clear my thoughts and think, because I know there was something I wanted to talk about.
Mommy.
What, Vanna? I see them, honey. Ryan World's on.
Cushy kitties. Cushy kitties.
Easy. I'm running through everything in my mind and I can't come up with them. That's why I know it was just like a random subject. And I've been wanting, maybe I'll do the like Cruel Summer review on a different video in a minute, because I wanted to do that right. And I actually seen when I was looking yesterday that it was created. That's why I wanted to write down the names and stuff, because you know I forget, but it was created by somebody else. I think Brent something, and not Jessica Biel. So I was like, oh. And I'm thinking he wrote this script a while ago, and you know, took years adding details and getting it right, because that season was just so perfect, except for the year gap. It was everything in it's 98, and it's supposed to take place in 93 and 94, but I think he was just excited to do a 90s thing. So all the new generations would watch and be like, oh, look at the 90s stuff, this and that. But we, the OGs, know that that is totally 98, 97, 98, 99. So the season that's actually 99 and 2000 could have been way better, way more detail. There was like nothing. The decor, everything.
Mommy, why didn't they get
In the background of all the people and stuff, the way they're dressed, the way they're acting, the things, the cars, the houses, the VHS store, like everything is 90s setting. It's complete. And then in the second season, it's just not. It's even, they even did makeup on all the characters, where their makeup and their hair was changing through the years, and it was makeup like it was done back then, and hairstyles like it was done back then. And then in this season 2 of Cruel Summer, all their makeup stays the same, the hair stays the same, and it's today's kind of makeup, and it's today's hair with those perfect curls that we did not know how to do, and not a regular computer nerd knew how to do in 99. We had like bouncy curls with a curling iron, spirals. We didn't know how to do this loose beach wave curl back then. Not everybody. So it bummed me out. So I really, really, really hope that there was a lot of people, reviews and people that chimed in and said the same thing I'm saying, maybe because the season was a huge hit, the first season. And the Annabelle and the theories about who Annabelle was and who did what, and is she lying because she stole her life, or is she lying because she thinks she stole her life and she's pissed? And it was really good. The card on the bike, the wrong bike, up. So there was none of that kind of stuff in the season 2, and it just didn't even add up at the end. What did she do to Lisa? Why was she trying to be so loyal but then set her up anyway? What was the whole point of that during the whole time? It would have been better if they would have explained her thought process, somehow. Flashbacks or this or that. It makes sense, this whole ride or die thing. And then like I said, you did not get to know the characters at all and get invested with them and feel for them. And I mean, you basically didn't even know their stories, and there's a couple characters, so it's just like they didn't put much thought into it. I think they had to write it really quickly because of how popular the first season was. So I hope they took some time to actually sit down and come up with something. I want to see if it's the same writers in season 2 that it was the season 1, because I know nowadays with TV shows, especially this whole new thing where it's different cast every season, they're always trying to top it or do something different and use different writers and different people, but I think some things work for a reason. If the writers on Friends and stuff like that were changed every day, do you think that show would have been the hit it was? No. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. I would bring the writer back and keep him. It's usually a bunch, but usually there's like one main one, I think. Or if it was the guy who created it and did it all, I don't know. I gotta look. I just get sucked in so quickly that I don't see the credits. Yeah, I'm gonna do that review like separate though, because I know everyone's sick of me talking about it probably. It just bugs me because it was like the first real cool 90s thing, and the first real show that I watched in like 20 years and just was waiting for. It was so cool. So it is Friday. We got the weekend coming up. Today's freezing to death and raining, so tomorrow's probably going to be 92 and nice. Tony said he'll be at the shop this weekend, so maybe some stuff will get done. Yeah, me and Amber were talking. We just need like a night out where Jay will watch the girls and we can just laugh and relax for a minute. She never ended up doing that page that I talked about sharing, so that's why I haven't put that up. I thought she was going to, but I misunderstood. So it's just my GoFundMe. She ended up sharing that for me about a week ago, and a few people on her side, like she has a lot of friends from working in the past and family and this and that, so a lot of them chipped in. So that was helpful, especially last week because of the whole food issue.
Mommy, leave
But
her.
we're okay for now. Like the rigatonis,
Mommy, that you
I can save some of those for tomorrow too.
I hear him
Because he
talking.
doesn't like that. Can you just bring him out, please? Stop moving the couch. Let's finish watching the video about the doggies. She was watching a video this morning about banned dogs. It was like 10 of the most banned dogs in the world or the USA. I don't remember, but I was just like surprised at a couple of them. One was a chow chow. There's cute little big fluffy things. Oh, it is on Vienna. We're gonna miss the last couple doggies. I just can't. I'm just a little really sleepy. I had the weirdest dream last night about my mom and me and my sister, and my Aunt Barbara was in it. We all went to see her wedding, and I think I might have dreamt that because right before she moved, that's pretty much the last time I remember seeing her. And then she did visit when we moved back to Delaware once when they came out. But she wasn't getting married. They were renewing their vows, and it was this fancy place. And she was so sweet, and she looked exactly the same. And my sister was okay. She wasn't sick like she is now. She is struggling with a addiction problem the past years. It happened when she broke her back and was on pain pills 17 years ago. And then it got pretty bad about 10 years ago. And then she went to rehab and she was fine. She was fine for about 10 or 12 years. And then just recently relapsed again and is, deep into it and needs to dig herself out. And everyone's tried to help, and it's, that you can't help anyone if they don't want to help themselves. And it's sad and it's scary, and I would do anything for her. And I can only do anything for her if she's willing to really try and stop, Otherwise, just bad things come of it. But she was happy and she was healthy in my dream, and we were both living with my mother. But it wasn't her house, it was like a bigger house. It's this house I always dream about. This weird, big, different bathroom for some reason. But we were all laughing and joking, and it was a fun, happy dream. So when I woke up, it's like sometimes the dreams are so real that I wake up and I think, like, did this happen or not for a second? Because in the dream it's real. We were there visiting. Everyone's just gotten back together, family-wise, and Don was passed away, and everyone knew and saying stuff to me. Be careful with the mommy cat. And it just makes me sad when I wake up and things aren't the way you wish they could be. Because then I just miss my sister, and we don't know where she is. And if she wasn't sick, she would have been here. She would have been here for me, and she would have helped me a lot, taken care of me emotionally and just mentally, because that's what she always did my whole life. And it's just different now because of the drugs. She's not different, but the drugs make you different. They do that to everybody. And it's scary because it's bad. And she apparently has overdosed a couple times and been saved, and I don't want get that phone call.
Yeah, look. That'll be good
To
for you,
me,
kid.
it's just like,
One.
it's like no time's gone by at all, and I miss her.
Now you go in there.
So I have to put it out of my head and not think about it, because it scares me so bad that I can't function when I think about these things. Because that's why I was just so scared of making any change before, because I was always scared that something could happen to Don. And it wasn't much about the financial part of it, like what would we do, it was just what would I do without you. Hannah was crying right before dinner time, and she had the picture of Don again in her room today. And I hugged her and I was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I just miss Daddy." And she was like, "Everyone's gonna say I don't have a dad." I don't know why she was saying that. I think because the kids outside were saying, "Well, my dad will come do this," and the other one was like, "My dad will do this." So I think that made her think of that. And I was like, "Honey, you do have a dad." And she's like, "He's dead." And I was like, "Daddy's in heaven, and he's always watching over you, and he's always watching over us, and he's always with us. And just because he's not here doesn't mean you don't have a dad. You have a dad, and you'll always have a dad. Your daddy is just, he's in heaven." It just must be so hard for a little child to understand, because I don't understand it, you know. To get through this, I just keep putting it out of my mind and thinking like he's at work. And then at night it's just like he's in his room sleeping. So for a kid every day to think, "Where's my dad? He's never coming back again, he's never coming home again," it just must be the hardest thing ever. That's just what I keep telling her and myself. Well, I will most likely do another video. I'm just gonna spend some time with her. So I'm gonna do Cruel Summer this weekend, so I can write down the names and stuff. Just to put it out there. You know, you never know, maybe it'll help. Because I really want the show to keep going on and stuff. But I'm sure I will, but I also don't want to forget, because I forget things. But happy Mother's Day to all of you. I know you're all mothers, and wonderful mothers, and just all wonderful, so I know you're amazing parents, and you're appreciated. So happy Mother's Day, and I will say it on Mother's Day too, hopefully. But I just wanted to say it now. So happy Mother's Day, everyone, and I hope you have a great weekend. It's your weekend to relax and just be appreciated and pampered. Take a break, and have some fun with your kids or by yourself. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and for continuing to watch and support me and share your advice with me. And for sharing my page and my GoFundMe page. It all helps tremendously.
Mommy,
Even
what's it called?
just
Mommy,
the
what's it
support
called?
alone.
What's that called?
Jumping jacks.
No,
So, I will see you guys this weekend. And I think that's everything for now. I'm just really sleepy today. Alright. Be safe and have fun. Have a good night. And enjoy. Bye, guys. Thank you.